Hello folks, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In this video, we will be discussing a current affair topic presented to you by your faculty, Sushma KP. So what is the topic that we will be looking into today? US fresh attacks on Houthis. What are Trump's new objectives? In this video, we will be discussing the relevance of it to your UPSC, that is your GS paper 2. We will also be discussing how USA is reacting in a different manner to Houthis compared to the earlier phase. Now, when we say how US is reacting, we will discuss both the former your presidents of USA as well as the difference in Trump's policy on Houthis compared to his first term and second term. Look at this. Why has Trump targeted the Houthis afresh, and how do they manage to retain their attack capabilities? What are the group's ties with Iran, China, and Russia? This is what we will be discussing in the course of the video. Before we enter the video, there is an announcement from your Legacy IAS Academy wherein we have started a compilation of current affairs specifically targeted for prelims 2025, and anyone who wants to know about your mains answer writing, how to write an answer, how to develop content for it, Legacy IAS Academy has come up with Impact 2025. The link for both of these is present in the description box below. Do check it out. Coming back to the video. Look at these. Hell will rain down. US strikes in Yemen kill 31 as Trump vows to end Houthi attacks. UK US carry out 40 strikes on Yemen in past week, Houthi leader says. First and foremost, understand one thing: the main your election propaganda of your US President Donald Trump was that he will end war, was he will end the Israel Hamas war. He will end the conflict between Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strip region, and he also mentioned that he will bring an end to the war. He will go towards peace. He will bring negotiations to your Russia and Ukraine, because each time a war is there, it affects the entire world economy. So for a person who has claimed this, now why has he gone afresh and started a new attack with the Houthis? This is what we will be seeing in the course of the video. Look at this. US has launched precision strikes against Iran-backed Houthi targets. See, back in 2014 itself, here Houthis, now they had conquered these areas in Yemen, that is your Sana'a, Hodeidah. Okay, so these areas were controlled by them in the Yemen. They are backed by your Iran. Now, freshly, one important thing you have to see is see the red color one, see the blue color one. Al Qaeda influenced. This is your loyalist of President Hadi. All this influences them. In the first term of USA also, that is first term of your US President Donald Trump, he was targeting at Yemen, but more about your Al Qaeda. The target and focus was more about your Al Qaeda, but not your Houthis that much. Why? Because the Houthis were more of the local, it was more of the Arab, and the issues did not escalate much. That is out of their region. Now, Trump has full gone ahead and told that he will end. Now, how? He's even gone ahead and said this, that even if a single bullet struck by the Houthis will be considered as a bullet struck by the Tehran, that is by your Iran. Now, why is he comparing that? And why not the first term? His now, if you see all of Trump's policies presently, your tariffs, trade war, etc., whatever is happening now, it was not new. It was there in the first term of his U.S. President Donald Trump. But this is a fresh in the second term. Why? For one main thing they've did. Look at this. To all Houthi terrorists, your time is up and your attacks must stop. To Iran, support for Houthi terrorists must end immediately. Why suddenly they have directly targeted them? First thing is, understand two fronts. Iran and your US, especially in the first term of your Donald Trump, he exited from the nuclear civilian purposes for your Iran, which was again bought in by your former US President Barack Obama. So now the negotiations are still going on between your Iran and USA. Okay. At the same point of time, the Houthis are specifically targeting and attacking your Red Sea area, predominantly where your global shipping trade happens. And this is affecting your US shipping and global trade to a very large extent. Your Houthis in Yemen are loyalists, that is, they are on the side of Palestine. They are against Israel. Understanding? They were also fighting the war during your Israel Hamas war, etc. But they had backed away when a ceasefire was held between your Israel and your Hamas. But that got cancelled. That is, the ceasefire violation happened in March 17th. So, which meant what? Again, the Houthis started attacking. Understanding? Now, look at this. This is what your US President Donald Trump is telling. Every shot being fired by the Houthis will be viewed as a shot fired from Iran, which would suffer consequences. Something Houthis are based in your Yemen. Why is Iran getting the heat for this? Because it is widely acknowledged and known that Iran backs the Houthis. Okay. Now, for that, your US president is telling that first, your Iran should stop its backing. Okay. And how now your airstrikes, like in the starting, we saw 40 airstrikes were carried out. How is Houthis reacting? They have also been reciprocal and they have escalated it to an extent of they are attacking US warship in Red Sea, including your USS Harry S. Truman aircraft carrier. US President Donald Trump goes ahead and even tells that your Iran created these Houthis and it has lost control of it, and it claims a innocent victim kind of scenario that has to stop. We know that Iran is backing them up financially. Now this is all told by your US president. Now, what is the issue is now the issues have started, that is, the airstrikes have started escalating post the ceasefire violations of your Israel and Gaza. Look at this. The global trade route as well as US shipping, it has to happen in two ways. First thing is through this Bab el Mandeb. Do you see? Yemen ka control. This way. This way, Yemen is now having, that is, the Houthis are having significant control of this area, so they are shooting at the ships. If you have to avoid this, then you have to go all the way across your Cape of Good Hope, Africa. This is increasing the price. If at all you still have to go through here, then you have to pay a huge amount of premium. So you can think, though we will pay the premium and go. Then again, where is that money going? It is going back to the Houthis only, no? To fight with the US. This is what they are thinking. So now, this is affecting the global trade route. This is affecting the US shipping. And that too, especially from the last 15 days, it has increased even more. Especially from your December 2023 onwards, it has increased. But from the last 15 days, it has even more accelerated, which has led to the fresh attacks and exclusively targeting Houthis in Yemen. Now, in this region, one more issue is, first of all, US President Donald Trump has claimed that Iran should stop financing Houthis. But here, the financing of Houthis is not by Iran alone, but there are two other major players. For example, your Russia and China. Majority of the oil exports by these members, almost 90% of oil exports in 2024 was to your Beijing, China. Another thing, if you see with respect to Russia, Russian ships and Chinese ships are able to pass through this route with minimal risk. And second thing is, especially Russia after its invasion on Ukraine has been more of a information provider for these Houthis. Another thing is Russia is also considering sale of smaller arms for the Houthis. Now, this indicates that yes, Houthis are not backed only by Iran, but also by Russia, but also by China. And US alone. Now, for example, who do you think is US aid in this region, in this particular region? It is obvious. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has been trying to contain your Houthis from past 2015. But despite US airstrikes, Saudi airstrikes, the government airstrike, Houthis have been able to withstand it. Which is what in the very starting of the video you saw, their attack capabilities are very stronger. They have been facing it from US, from Saudi, from their own government. Understanding? So, your Yemen, that is your Houthis in specific, are significantly stronger. And US alone cannot take them out, is what your experts are claiming. What do you mean by that? Look at this. Your We kept speaking about your US President Donald Trump. Your US former US President Joe Biden also had listed the Houthis as specially designated global terrorists in January 2024. And also, your US Navy was carrying out Operation Prosperity Guardian against your Houthis. Your US Secretary General goes on, the minute the Houthis say we will stop shooting at your ship, we will stop shooting at your drones. See, now they are not focused, with respect to Houthis, they're not focused on much. They are just focused on a free trade route, which should not affect the global trade or your US shipping. This is what they are concerned about. They are not concerned about their other activities. This is the only mandate they are giving. So Trump's new anti-Houthi focus is again is with strong coalition with Saudi Arabia. It has always backed Saudi Arabia in your Operation Restoring Hope. But yet they are not able to bring the region under peace. And first and foremost, they were not the prime targets even in the first phase also. That is in the first term of your US President Donald Trump also. Now, in this region, this Red Sea region, look at this. Yemen, Saudi Arabia. This is your port which is under the control of your Houthis, which is where this particular region, you see how small this is? This is where the trade, that is the shipping, look at this. This is where the trade and the shipping is getting disrupted. Look at this. According to Professor Jan Simon, the Houthis did not use missiles against their opponents until 2015. Okay, the Houthi battlefield record was enviable, having survived at least 6 wars with former Yemeni government of Ali Abdullah Saleh. So this is what we say attack strength of your Houthis. And based on Iran having to immediately stop the support for your Houthis, US President Donald Trump has claimed Iran has played the innocent victim of a rogue terrorist from which they've lost control, but they haven't lost control. And Iran hasn't come out and held that it has lost control of your Houthis. So, who are the Houthi backers? Your Russia, China, Iran. We saw how and what exactly in which way they are doing. Another thing, if you see the anti-ship cruise missile of your Houthis, it resembles, and it is more of your C-800 of missile designs of your China. So overall, what the experts are claiming on this is, yes, US has taken a fresh stance against the Houthis, but US alone cannot take off Houthis, especially when it has strong backing coming from multiple sides. The funding is coming from multiple sides. The information to it is coming from multiple sides. Okay, this is the end of the topic. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and share it along with your friends. Thank you.